All right, we are live. All right, so for today, we are with Bercher Homes and we're going to talk about some design trends. And so, y'all, you can go ahead and introduce yourself if you'd like.
Hi, I'm Sheila Pratt, and I'm one of the design consultants at Bercher Homes.
I'm Becky Bercher, and I am a listing agent for Bercher Homes and also the wife of the owner, Dale Bercher.
Great. So just do me a favor and give us a little bit of background on Bercher Homes for people that don't know, and y'all's website is in the comments for anyone that would like to go check them out too.
Okay, great. So Bercher Homes was started in 2011 by my husband, Dale Bercher. He had graduated from LSU and we moved up here, and for about 25 years, he worked for other home building companies in building capacity and working his way up to division president with a company and one of the owners of a local home building company. After the Great Recession in 2010, he decided it was a good time for him to step out and open up his own company. So he formed Bercher Homes. Since the beginning, we primarily have been building in Cobb County, although, we look for land in Fulton, Cherokee, but it's worked out so far that we've been in Cobb County and we've built 208 homes. We've grown every year. Last year was our biggest year, and we closed 55 homes.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So what are some of your favorite areas that you're building in right now? If you want to share any things like that.
So we have a new neighborhood we've just started in East Cobb called Cochrane Lake. It is in this little enclave of 7 homes that back up to a neighborhood pond, and it's a very quiet street. 4 years ago, we had the opportunity to buy 4 other lots further down on the street, and we knew it was a great area. So when we had the opportunity to buy additional lots, we jumped at it. And we haven't had sales open that long. Homes are starting in the 1 million, and we've already have 4 under contract. I have 2 more homes out for signatures on contract, so we're almost sold out.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the most popular design trends or upgrades you'd say that y'all are putting in the houses you're building?
I can try to answer that. So that's kind of a tough question because I feel like all of our customers are really different. They come to us with different ideas, different thoughts, different wants and needs for their homes. So we still have a lot of people that come in that want that traditional farmhouse look, the White House. But we also have some that are kind of leaning more towards the more modern farmhouse. And so getting a little bit more on the contemporary side. So it's really just varies from each customer. A lot of the interiors, we still see a lot of white kitchens. Right now, we're actually in our model home in Beckett's Walk. And this has been here for a couple years, but it's still sought after as far as the style of it and everything. We see a lot of, Bercher tries to incorporate a lot of the popular trends into their home design. So like walk-in pantries. We have some models that have a morning kitchen, which is way better than walk-in pantry. Really great space.
Open floor plans.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Spaces that allow some flexibility, which in today's world is a great thing because people are working from home more, homeschooling. So just some spaces that allow customers to have some flexibility. Like I said, kitchens, a lot of white kitchens still, which I think is always timeless. Mm-hmm. But people will spend a little bit more money on their countertops. Quartz is still very popular as opposed to granite. So those are some things. Freestanding tubs are popular as well. And which sometimes due to supply chain issues, which has been very popular as well lately. Some of those issues come up that affect some of our choices, but
that's great. Well, I didn't have this on the question list, so if you can give me an answer, what are some things that make Bercher Homes different than other home builders in the area?
Oh, well, let's see. We put a lot of time and attention to detail. So I think when you walk into your house, I mean, I hear this from other agents and buyers that they just walk in our house and they just say, I knew that this is the house I wanted to buy. It just feels good. Not our buyers, our builders out in the field, they have a lot of leeway to tweak the plans. Like if they feel like something's not working as far as the plan design, we get impact and we get feedback from them so that we can tweak these with what they're seeing would work better. We use great materials. We only use authentic stone, for example. We don't use anything artificial. Our windows, we use the wood windows because the trend is to paint the sashes. So we want to keep that available for our buyers to be trendy that way. And plus we're local. So any decision we make is just made right here in-house. We're not going through a corporate company. We answer our questions very quickly.
That's great.
Also, when I'm working with customers to walk them through the design selections for their house, it is nice, and I do hear it often that, oh, you have so many options available, where some other home builders, you can choose this one, or this one. We try to have more options for our selections. And also, if a customer has something special they want to do, we'll definitely entertain it and talk to them about it and talk to our builders. And if it's something that we can make happen, then we'll do it.
I want to jump in and say what's different.
Sure.
Hey,
Deborah.
I was at a CE class that is actually running over, so I just jumped outside so I wouldn't miss our conversation here. One of the things that I most enjoyed about working with Bercher Homes versus other builders, especially the national home builders, is the personal relationships and the care and concern that the builder, the construction foreman, the design center, all the pieces that where the client has to touch every person in the chain, the experience is just better for them. From initial contract submission and agreement to design selections, and then, like you said, all of the opportunities to work with. When the construction foreman actually knows us by name and there's a relationship built, it's going to be a much better experience all the way through. And it's really important from our client's sake as an agent of people who, this is their forever home. This is their lifetime investment where they're going to raise their kids and have Christmases and grandchildren. It matters a lot that experience and that attention to detail is never dropped. And I find, as a comparison to other builders, that relationship matters a lot, so that at the end of the day, the home they're moving into, it's just a good experience all the way through. So that's my contribution.
Oh, that's great, because that is what we want to have you guys experience out there. So it's wonderful to hear that it is taking place that way.
Yeah, for people who are watching, most people don't build with multiple builders in a lifetime. Yeah. So their only experience is with the builder that they built with. And I have to say, having held people's hands through the transactions with multiple builders in my career, there's a huge difference in who you, like with your agent, who you work with matters. So it's the design trends are important. The location and floor plan of the home is important. But a big factor when you are trying to build a home, you have to have a good working relationship. And it's new construction is different right now than it's ever been before.
Yes.
So, it's been enjoyable, and I think it's important for anybody who's going to build a home that they understand what that whole process looks like, from site selection to contract to design to closing. I mean, it could be 8, 10, 12 months from start to finish. So a lot of factors.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we become family.
That's funny.
So we had someone comment saying that they love the beams and the light fixture in the home that y'all are in. Do you want to talk about the home that you're in just a little bit? Just some of the fun features and some of the things you love in it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I can kind of
Oh, that's a great idea.
pick this up and give you a maybe quick little tour.
Yeah.
But this is our Evans plan, which has the master on the main as well as an additional flex space. And it does have a vaulted ceiling. And most customers do add the beams.
It's beautiful.
They really add to that look. Then we've got a little dining area over here, and then we'll skim around to our kitchen.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I have to say, if somebody is curious about new construction and hasn't been to the model or the design center, it's a treat.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna doing that from my laptop.
We love it.
That was a great tour. Thank you.
This is a great model. Like Deborah said, if you haven't been out here, it's worth a trip. It's in Beckett's Walk in Ackworth. It's a beautiful home. It's been designed beautifully, and the neighborhood's a wonderful neighborhood too. Just really nice area out here. And a lot of great design ideas. We get a lot of customers that say, "I'd like it just like the model."
All right. Well, if there's anything else y'all would like to talk about with Bercher or anything like that, any other thoughts?
I have a question, a design question for just because we're seeing so many homes. You had mentioned the freestanding tub versus the walk-in shower. Is that any thoughts, like in a home, if you're putting the oversized shower in a bathroom versus the freestanding tub, what's your recommendations for? Because as a realtor, I think every home has to have at least one bathtub, but we're starting to see people build and no tubs at all. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, as a mom, I think it is good to have a bathtub somewhere in your house, because whether it's for a kid or a grandchild or a dog, or who knows what else, I think it's nice to have a bathtub somewhere. But the freestanding tubs are definitely much more popular. Most customers will choose to go with them.
Are you seeing in the masters that they do choose the tub, or just omit the tub completely? Because it's fascinating going through resale houses, like, these conversations I'm having about design options. It's a frequent point of conversation.
So I have a customer right now who I'm working with, and they were funny. They're like, "We don't want a tub. Just leave." And I said, "Well, do you want a bigger shower?" They said, "No, we don't need a bigger shower, but we just don't want a tub." And so what we decided is that we would still include the plumbing and just sort of seal it up under the floor tile. And then that way, should they change their mind, or a future buyer, there still is, the plumbing's there, and they don't have to.
That's a great option.
Yeah, it is a good option, because you just never know. You might change your mind, or down the road when you resell. But I would say most customers are doing the freestanding tub in the owner's bathroom, and we are doing some of the walk-in showers in lieu of tubs, but most of them are just keeping the tubs in the secondary bathrooms.
Yeah, it's funny. As a mom, I would need you need a bathtub at some point. We have that conversation a lot. That was one of the things Sydney and I were talking about with design trends and what's coming. And are there any coming trends that you see that away from the white and the gray and the subway tile, that farmhouse look that we've seen for several years now? Is there anything new and interesting coming that we should be watching out for?
Well, sometimes we don't know till our customers come in with those ideas. We're starting to see, like in kitchens, bringing in some wood tones maybe to the island. Still not for like the cabinets. We've had some customers, and there's one house out here that did not do the white farmhouse, and they went with like a darker gray
on the exterior
of the house. And we've had it duplicated in a couple of our neighborhoods, and it's really nice looking. It stands out against all the white houses. So I think we are starting to maybe see a little bit of move away from white. But
yeah, one thing I've noticed with the dark gray house is that everyone who's done this, they'll do a light wood stain, almost like an orange tint to it, like on their post, and if there's a front railing and their front door, and it's beautiful.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm gonna have to drive through again. It's been
Yeah.
see what's going on. Thank you so much. It's always fun to stay on top of the current trends, especially when I spend a lot of time in the resales and see people who have older homes who are trying to remodel to make it look more comparable to new construction. So I do have a lot of conversations with people when I meet with a seller who wants to maybe make some moderate updates because they might sell in a few years. I'm following the trends that you're setting to try to help advise people about what modifications they could make to their resale homes to fix up. So
Sounds good.
I'll add the Bercher Homes has an awesome Instagram account. So for anybody watching, if you're not following the Bercher on IG, they have great beautiful pictures where you can, house hunt in your dreams there on IG.
Thank you.
Becky also takes some pictures.
I do.
I
do. And I was going to bring that up as well, because every house we close, we take pictures of it. And I'll usually post them on Facebook and Instagram. So that's a great way to follow the trends that we're seeing, is to see what's going in our houses.
Yeah. Awesome. And their link to their Instagram is now in the chat. So if anyone would like to go check them out, you can go click on that link. Of course. All right.
Well, thanks so much for having us. We're very excited to be part of your video for today.
We appreciate you taking the time out of your day. We know how busy you are.
Yes.
So we appreciate it very much for a nice, pleasant chat. And I will come by. I haven't driven through the neighborhood in a while, so I'll pop by later on and say hey in person.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
Look forward to seeing you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.